Good evening, everyone.
Buongiorno.
Welcome back to another LA Noire.
LA Noire.
Yeah. Last time, we solved a big case, retrieved a bunch of morphine, figured out the plot behind it, but then...
We were pulled off the case because we were cheating on our wife.
Yes. In true noir detective fashion, our main character, Cole, had a wandering eye, and then a wandering hand, and then a wandering penis. And cheated on his wife. This, which was discovered, used as an excuse to throw us off the case, and
under the bus.
Yeah, under the bus, to bury other bad news that was happening in the precinct.
Mm-hmm.
No, though, it was a different bus from the one that was shot before.
True. We are unsure if that one still runs. But anyway, we were demoted to arson. Basically, which is the loser position.
But the cool thing is, now we're allowed to start fires whenever we want.
Yeah.
That's how this works.
I assume so. Alright.
It is for training purposes.
Exactly.
To make sure that the other officers in the arson department stay sharp.
Exactly.
You know, if we're taking recommendations, I'm going for the film set, since we ruined it before anyway.
Yeah, we've ruined it several times. Let's see.
Oh, look! This time the animation is even working, and we do not get someone holding nothing.
So now we can see that he like sabotaged that dial or valve.
What? He's just fixing his alarm clock.
Also possible.
Okay, everyone, keep it down. Cole Phelps joins the arson squad today. How'd you like pork in that German whore, Phelps? Phelps is up before a review board in December. Until then, he works the arson desk. End of story. Phelps.
Yes, sir.
I don't care what you did or didn't do, Phelps. I hear you're a good case man. But if you fuck up on my detail, I'll have you out of here before your feet touch the ground. Do we have an understanding?
Yes, sir.
Cap, we don't want a fucking rat like Phelps. Can it, Tilden? Phelps, I'm partnering you with Herschel Biggs.
I don't do partners. You know that, Cap.
You do now, Biggs.
Yeah, big.
Social basket cases like you two should get along just fine. Biggs will show you the ropes, Phelps.
This is arson. There are no ropes.
It shouldn't take
Sure,
long.
but they're on fire.
Start with these two. House fires. 326 South Kenmore Avenue. Steffen's family was out of town when it happened. Then go to 4414 Rosewood, family by the name of Sawyer. Fire brigade will be on location.
Are they suspicious, Captain?
That's for you to find out, detective. Now get out of here. Both of you. Get out!
I think the word I was looking for is fuse. There are no ropes, but there might be fuses.
That bum took a swipe at me. I put him down in my sap.
I didn't come to California to be a secretary.
That works on two levels. For electrical fires, when you blow an electrical fuse,
I can tell you're
and a fuse for like an explosive device.
Yeah, that's the one I was looking for.
Okay,
But
did they also demote our car?
Walk out on his wife.
How did you know that this was the exit?
How did I know?
Yeah.
The exit signs.
I think I must be more tired than I thought.
See?
Hey,
Okay.
there's such a thing as
Okay.
soap, you know.
Yeah, that kind of flew over my head.
Oh yeah, we also got a car demotion. Alright. Let's go check out the Steffens family home.
How long have you been working arson?
We gonna do the small talk thing now? Talk baseball, exchange addresses? I don't think so. Feeling down, hotshot? Need a buddy? We'll look somewhere else.
Any Sentry unit, any Sentry unit.
So this is how it's going to be, partner?
522
I already
South Hill
told you,
Street.
I don't
unit
do
to handle
partners.
code 3 identified.
I seen you on your first day.
Let's see, where is this thing going on? Yeah,
Oh,
that's way too
just-
far away.
Just like 1 or 2.
Walking into the station, chest puffed out like a little kid at his confirmation. You wouldn't have given me the time of day. And now you need somebody, and that somebody's supposed to be me. Well, it's not gonna happen.
That's quite a speech. I heard you were the strong silent type.
You cracking wise, Phelps?
No, Biggs. I'm breaking the ice.
Just
Why?
try, hotshot.
I had a green light.
Yeah, but he had a green car.
We also have a green car.
I meant yours.
Ah.
What are you doing?
I want to go right, but they're blocking the
Yes,
road.
but if you're right, then you like queue up right and not on the not in the opposite lane.
Go, go, go!
Well, the other car's in the way, so now this one can't turn left.
Fine, we'll take the curb. Alright.
We should have taken a fire patrol car. You can just make way if you have that one.
Whoa, okay. That one burned down completely.
There isn't much left.
There never is if the job's done properly.
You think it was deliberate?
Nah, that's real pain in her face. They would have moved out the things they care about if this was insurance. There's no mileage in this. Hello, Mike.
Hey, Hirsch. Cap this one.
Yeah, Mike Brannigan, Cole Phelps. It's okay, Brannigan. His name may be dog shit, but there's none on his hand.
None taken. Do you have anything?
The fire started late last night. Steffens family at Catalina Island. Won some kind of competition. Looks like the only thing they ever won in their lives. And they come home to this.
I'd say they were pretty lucky, really.
They don't have any insurance. Everything they own, including the house, is not a pile of rubble.
Where are they sleeping?
In the car. It's lucky the whole block didn't burn down. Word is they're bulldozing this whole neighborhood to build new homes for GIs. That's the man in the house.
Well, that's fishy.
In the ruins. Terry lady is his wife.
We'll take a look around. Come on, Phelps.
Dirty cop from the newspapers.
The dirty cop. Dirty?
Yeah, you
I feel like the rest of the game is just gonna be breaking Phelps down. Till he has some mental breakdown.
Mr. Steffens? Cole Phelps and Herschel Biggs, LAPD. I know it's a difficult time, but could we have a word?
Don Steffens.
You were out of town.
We won a prize. We had a wonderful time. Came home to this.
Do you still have the tickets?
Sure.
It's a formality, but we'll need to speak to the issuing agent.
Catalina Island. Because this could be that they were lured away. So
Absolutely, yes. It says they're valid for 3 days.
Let's see.
That gives a very specific
You
time
might have
frame.
nothing better to do than stand around and stare, but I have a family to feed.
Well,
Can you
unless
tell me
they
more about the price
eat
of your
ashes,
wine,
you're wrong
Mr.
here.
Steffens?
Weekend at Catalina Island. My wife got this flyer in the mail from the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Okay, that's sus.
No reason to doubt him here on this, I feel. But
Because the patrolman mentioned the redevelopment of this area, and this guy says basically that they were kind of sent away by a promotion that was done by the area deep redevelopment. So that's this case.
That's suspicious already, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you enter any kind
Also,
of competition?
My wife filled in a flyer. Lady just rung up and told us we won.
yeah.
It's the first time I ever won anything.
Yeah. That's yeah.
At least the game is setting this up. Could still be a curveball, but
Did they offer to buy you out?
They're building new houses. They showed their money and most of the neighborhood just packed up and walked away. But I never bargained with them.
Yeah.
Ah. And then he closed his arms. So I think he tried to bargain with them.
Doubt. Yeah. Doubt here.
Everyone else is selling, but you're the holdout, aren't you?
I was the last. I thought I could hold out for a better price. My house is the center lot.
Was.
So now you have to take the price regardless.
Looks like it. I've got no choice. I have to put a roof over my family.
That's all we need for the moment, Mr. Steffens.
All right.
Okay.
you think there's anything here to find on the ruins?
Good check.
I hate
You
what's
know?
happened to these people as much as you do, but it's a police matter now.
Have a walk around the building, yeah. You might find out where it was started.
Is that really that easy? That's usually a job for like a professional who's not just been moved to this department.
Yeah, but this is a video game and it's about you. Well, you could have entered the building.
I think that the band seems to think that there's something to find.
Yeah, at the entrance.
Yeah, that brochure there, maybe? That the bluish thing?
The principles of color and color mixing.
Color and color mixing. Oil paint, maybe?
It was a frying pan and now it's a melting pan.
The melting pot.
That's way better, a melting pot. Ooh, could it be size 8?
The killer has risen from the grave and is now doing
What's
house
that?
fires instead.
No good to me.
No, not to anyone anymore. Hey, maybe talk to the missus as well?
I'll try. Where did the missus go? Missus.
That son of a bitch looks a lot like the
What is
cop
this game? Nothing. Oh! Insta heat.
Recently serviced. Could be something to go on.
Matthew Ryan.
Well,
We-
you know,
We did it
this
every year. Except
this
for
this might have been a significant find if the case wasn't already named the Gasman.
Oh, that was it.
Well, let's go consult the Oracle.
I don't see the delay, but let's indeed go and consult the Oracle. Oh, they put it far away.
Of course, you don't get any quality of life anymore.
They're taking it all away.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need information on the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Yes, Detective. Just checking. The fund is a semi-government agency established to speed up the building of GI homes. It has private investors as well as a government endowment.
Huh. You have an address for them?
There is one listed here, corner of Beverly and Mariposa.
Thanks for your help.
Right. I think we should check out the other house first. Gather all the evidence.
See if there was more that smells.
Exactly.
Perhaps of gas.
Have there been any other house fires?
This is arson. We get an average of 2 a night. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Really? 2 a night?
Yeah, that also seems a lot to me.
Depends on how big the city is.
Los Angeles, pretty big.
Yeah.
Not the largest city I've ever visited, but very big.
I don't know what the population in that time was.
It's also a very sprawling city because they have some high-rise in the center.
Mm-hmm.
But
A lot of low.
yeah. Oh look, they're building houses here. Out of wood. Because that's how Americans like to build their houses. It kind of makes sense because Los Angeles is near a fault line, so you get earthquakes.
They do it
Well,
all
I feel
over,
like
but
what
wood is like very easy to find, and if you're expanding fast.
I hear some modern designs can use sturdy materials and kind of take the shaking into account.
Yeah, yeah. Look at
Fascinating
some
stuff.
Japanese houses that are still made of sturdier stuff, but
Yeah, like paper.
mm-hmm. Modern ones, Alex.
Hi, Albert.
Fine.
We've got this case.
Hey, Biggs. You have a partner? What gives?
This is Cole Phelps. You may have read about him.
Oh, now I get it. Hello, Phelps. Welcome to the netherworld of arson. Family of 4 found dead in their beds.
Dead?
Heater explosion.
Another one.
Looks that way. Insta-Heat Model 70. Before you get excited, we get a couple of water heaters a month go bang. Take a look around the yard and see what you can find.
Huh. Well, this one is a very different turn.
Mal. You gonna stick it out, Cole? I'm gonna try, Mal. What have you got?
Family by the name of Sawyer. Mother, father, and 2 kids. All in bed from the looks of it. Oh, I'd say carbon monoxide poisoning. The burns are superficial.
Time of death.
I'd say about midnight. Anything more exact will take some time to determine. Lynch tells me this has something to do with a faulty water heater?
Could be. There's been a spate of problems with a particular brand. I've got another angle in mind.
You care to elucidate, Detective? This is a murder and not an accident. Sharing information has helped us solve quite a few cases together.
I need something concrete, Mal, before the department gets wind of it. I'm in arson for a reason.
I feel sorry for your wife and kids, Phelps, not for you.
Oh.
But you're a good case man. One of the best I've ever met. I'll help in any way I can.
Thanks, Mal. I'd say that's firm but fair.
Alright, let's see if we can't find an insta-heat thing.
Maybe where that person is kneeling? No? Okay, no. I forgot that this is from before the time where we're now luring players to the correct places with collectibles.
Oh, they do. In Homicide, at least they place down like markers for us. I'm gonna go in.
Yeah, it's because there you have people who were willing to do our job for us, but we're no longer.
It's true. All quality of life has disappeared.
Well, yeah.
A clock.
Insignificant.
Well, you could try to tell the time.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the case.
It's of color and
Oh
of
my
color
God.
mixing.
I see a connection here.
Let's see if we can't find a shoe of size 8.
You know what? This is like saying, hey, you know what? I found the Bible in this apartment, and the other apartment where there was a murder also had a Bible.
Could
This means they did not read from it often enough, so God did not protect them. Therefore, children, you should always read the Bible every day.
This is absolutely not where I was going with this, but fine.
You can spin it anywhere you want.
You know, this sounds like an advertisement for a children's toy. You can spin it anywhere you want.
And Beyblades, left spinning, right spinning. Most of them went right spinning, but there was one that was left spinning. That was rogue.
Can't see any.
You can't see any Insta-heater?
Yeah, I'm not doing great at this. Okay, maybe.
Well, you should. Maybe you should turn on elemental sight.
Check the corpses.
How about the insurance companies write these incidents up as acts of God?
Well...
Wait, did it move?
What?
I thought it moved for a second and then...
No, Steven, these people are dead. And this is not a zombie game, so they do not move. Yeah, check that tiny part there.
Instant.
Hey, Biggs! Is this significant?
I'm an investigative genius.
Good find.
Detectives? This is the next door neighbor.
Detective Phelps. Can you help?
They were supposed to be going away. They won a trip somewhere. But little Henry got sick, so they had to cancel. What are the chances?
Do you know who ran the competition?
Gulliver's Travel, up on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Phelps, the guy across the street. I've seen him before. He likes fire.
Hurry!
Get him!
Catch him!
Stop! LAPD! Got an ID on you, Firebug. Stop right there!
How is he so fast?
I think we should just shoot him.
Get him, get him, get him, get him,
Yeah.
get him, get him.
Tickle.
Got him. Yeah,
Cameraman,
nobody can
what are you
tell.
doing? Huh? You were saying,
What's your
Steve?
name?
Herbert Chapman.
So you like fires.
Some.
Watching them or setting them?
I don't want any trouble.
Turn out your pockets.
You're a naughty boy, aren't you, Herbert?
I keep myself to myself.
Okay. Ori Flamme? Or Drive?
German band.
Flamme is flame.
Cigarette and a matchbox.
Same.
gives
That's
you
why I
5 or
said
6
it's a
minute
German
delay.
band.
You want more time, you use a mosquito coil. Don't you, Herbert?
You like this fire, Herbert?
Hell no. I heard it over the fire radio. Sounded sweet.
When you finish following your leads, come and see me at the fire station. I have a theory about this.
Will do, Lynch. Take this guy in. We might want him for questioning later.
You got it, Detective.
Why have you got
You
such
know,
a hard
watching fires is not
It
illegal.
is murder. It's almost impossible to prove. Fire doesn't leave much evidence. There's no percentage in this.
I think it's more than one case.
They're house fires, Cole. Accidents, heater fires, gas explosions.
There's got to be a reason.
The reason is you want to be a star again. Forget it. Give it up. You'll feel better.
There's something to this. I know it.
What are you talking about? Arson is insurance. It's always been insurance.
We still investigate the cases, Biggs. The people in this house are dead.
Go soak your head, Phelps. This hero business is a full-time obsession with you.
I'm gonna make this case. I'm gonna rub the department's nose in it. Help me or stay out of my way. You got it?
We become buzzy. Alright.
Well, someone's gotta do the work in this job. And he clearly ain't doing it. And we smell a new conspiracy, so
We're diving in.
we're gonna sniff it down.
Yeah. We've also become antagonistic towards the department. Like we're gonna rub their noses in it.
Well, we've seen several cover-ups by now.
This is true. More than one, indeed.
Exactly.
Driving's still the same though. Always been excellent.
Thank you, thank you. I know when you suddenly developed that cough, that you did not mean anything by it. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm just coughing.
Just a dry throat.
Yeah.
Steven, I'll teach you about this concept called irony another time.
Because of all the hot wings I just ate, you know? Throat's just taking off, trying to fly.
Did you have hot wings?
Yeah. They're currently swimming in chocolate milk.
Wow.
You have like some of the worst taste combinations that, you know, never mind.
Everything goes with chocolate milk. I've literally never eaten anything that does not go with chocolate milk.
Yes, that's because your
And I'm
taste buds are
fully
broken.
serious there.
It is because your taste buds are broken. This is not mainstream opinion.
Everything goes
This
with
is-
chocolate milk.
This is a horrible window case.
I was about to comment that I thought it was kind of cool, but you're right. You don't get any
It's
light.
cool, but as a tall person, you also kind of the spinny thing, you know.
Sawyer family of 4414 Rosewood Avenue recently won a competition run by your company.
Yes, I remember them. They called up to cancel at the last minute. One of the kids was sick. Very unfortunate.
Do you mind if I take a look at that?
Let me guess. There just is gonna be happen to be the other one in here as well. What
Yeah,
was
I
the
see
name
the
of the other?
Steffens and I see the Sawyer.
Hmm.
Let me tap Steffens.
Here they are. Steffens.
Collected. And then the Sawyers.
Sawyer family, Rosewood Avenue.
Also collected.
Incidentally, all of them go to Catalina Island, so maybe they have a contract with someone there.
Yeah. That's a tie.
It is indeed, and I don't like it.
If I needed a mannequin for the store window, I'd buy one. How about running along now?
Tell us about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
There's not much to tell. They run a promotion. Our promotion's mailing list covers half of LA.
Okay. He might be telling the truth.
Yeah, I think this is truthful.
So they are not a government agency?
I don't believe so. Government organizations don't usually get involved in promotions.
Alright.
I'm told the tickets were a prize.
Yes, they were.
You do a lot of these prizes.
Look, there are hundreds of these promotions running at any one time.
Mm-hmm.
If you're the lucky guy, you get your name pulled out of a hat.
I don't believe you, sir.
I don't believe you.
While the Sawyer family were supposed to be at Catalina Island, their house burnt down. You consider them lucky?
That's a mean question.
Christ. I'm sorry to hear that.
Can you tell me who offered the prize won by the Sawyer family?
Sure. Look, there's supposed to be some sort of supervised draw with hundreds of tickets. But the reality is the Suburban Redevelopment Fund calls me every couple of weeks and tells me exactly who has won.
And you don't find that
Thanks for your help.
suspicious, dear
No
sir.
problem. Just wish I could do something for that family.
You could put round the hat. A few bucks would really help them now.
I suppose so.
Good. I'll put you down for 50. I could tell you were Samaritan the minute I walked in the door.
Good man, Cunningham.
You're all right. Yeah, I'm great. Poorer, but great.
Alright, Biggs is a meanie, but
He prefers working alone, and he doesn't like Phelps because, you know, he read what Phelps did. Thinks he's a hot shot, and, you know, and a cheater.
Let me guess.
So I can kinda
You wanna check out the
understand his
Suburban
prejudices here.
Great partners must think alike, Herschel.
I can kind of get Herschel's reaction so far. Except with the don't pursue the case thing. But that seems to be an LAPD thing.
Cases are there to be closed, Steph, not to be investigated.
yeah. Look at us. We're now veteran detectives.
Just because I have grasped the essence of how the LAPD works?
Exactly.
I read they started a second LA Noire, but they were running late on development and they cancelled it in 2015 or 16.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
They were running longer than intended and were not finished by their 2015, and then they just called it quits at some point.
How long did the program? How long did the development run?
I don't remember that.
Oh.
Multiple years, but
yeah,
that's all I remember.
It sounds like.
I did remember that this game was somewhat popular, but maybe not. It's the
not
same.
Popular enough for like maybe they kind of got stuck with the sequel and were like, yeah, it's not worth it.
The publisher is also the same publisher that publishes
yeah, Rockstar, yeah.
Grand Theft Auto, so they
Yeah, but
GTA and
I think they only
Red
have
Dead.
one. I think they. Okay, I forgot Red Dead, but they don't have that many ongoing franchises, right? They have like GTA, Red Dead, and what was the last one? Max Payne.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be the registered offices of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
This is an Elysian housing development, Mac.
So Elysian is an investor in the redevelopment fund.
Looks that way.
Are we done here, Mac? I've got work to do.
Sure, buddy. Thanks for your help. Elysian are investors in the suburban redevelopment. So what? If you think I'm putting my pension on the line and harassing Leland Monroe without evidence, you're out of your mind. Lynch says we should visit him at Fire Station 32.
Okay.
Who exactly is this guy, Lynch?
Lynch is a legend. You should feel privileged. He doesn't let many people into the inner sanctum. Keep your mouth shut, and you'll learn something about fires.
So... Okay.
So?
Apparently the Suburban Redevelopment Fund is basically a shadow organization for the Elysian development construction thingy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
you know,
look,
it
I'm
would
there's
getting
one organization with another organization,
Yeah,
then
I'm
another
getting
organization, and the actual one is run in the back room of a pizzeria.
Okay.
Are you trying to blame this on the Italians?
No.
You'd never do so.
I'd
Publicly.
never do that.
Damn Italians and their obsession with cheese.
I see that today we have some interesting culinary opinions here. First Stefano, you. Maybe I should also say something where people don't necessarily agree.
You do that all the time.
Let's see. What could you say?
Not about food, do I?
Yes, you do.
Okay, so what's one food statement from me that you remember that's controversial?
I'll have to wait. There's a cutscene.
Oh look, it's the sliding pole.
Lynch.
Biggs, you two
On
investigate
weekends
the
they use
house
it for
fire on
dancing.
Kenmore Avenue as well?
Yep. Why?
I had a look around the place while I was out there.
Do you believe the fire?
I deal in facts, Phelps. Evidence of an explosion. No obvious sign of accelerants. Wiring looks intact. Come and take a look at this.
This the heater from the Sawyer fire, Al?
Yes, it is.
Huh. Looks like it was recently serviced.
A different person, Reginald Varley.
I have a theory, and it's a theory only. I don't have enough evidence to prove...
Al, if you say it's so, we're listening.
Okay, Phelps. You're a bright penny. You have a gas supply. You have a Bunsen burner as a pilot light. You have a regulator valve, and the balloon represents the gas expanding in the room. Now, the gas has to make contact with the mosquito coil to form an explosion. Let's see if you can work out the chain of events.
Okay. So, gas supply.
Right one on the right.
The balloon.
Blue on the left.
There.
No. I think you need the one that's open at the top, way on the right, because then it goes up and blows
Good, the
into...
regulator's in position.
Apparently not.
Oh, that's the balloon. This thing is the balloon. Oh.
He's not gonna confirm every step, if that's what
Wait.
you're trying for.
I'm trying to. Okay, this is.
Just place it! You'll find out if
there.
it's correct.
And this one goes over there.
The gas bubble needs to be next to the coil if it's gonna ignite.
Okay, I'll light your pilot and turn the gas.
You pull the lever on the left to turn on the gas.
Look at that.
So that's how it's being done.
Maybe. There could be a fault with these valves. I've adjusted this one for our experiment, but you need to take it to InstaHeat and see what they say. Their headquarters is on North Harvard Boulevard, number 262.
Thanks, Albert.
You're welcome, Biggs. See you at the next show.
I like him.
Yeah.
He seems qualified. That's rare here around here.
Yeah, he's not in the police department.
Yeah, that's probably for a reason. They wouldn't get along with qualified people there.
Show? The next fire. We should go to the factory and see how many of these things are going bang in the night.
You know this Chapman character?
Guy's a freak. Loves fires. He's the kind of guy that we'd like for a lot of things, but we don't really have any credible evidence to pursue him with.
I'm not sure if I'm too tired or if I wasn't listening properly or the conversation wasn't like super clear, but when we did the experiment I was just like staring like, huh? What?
Yeah, so they have a balloon that's supposed to like blow up with gas, but the thing is you have the Bunsen burner, which is like, I don't understand why the Bunsen burner goes to the left of the balloon.
Yeah, I don't understand even why the Bunsen burner was involved in this experiment.
Probably because that's how it is in the regular heater thingy.
And gas? I don't know. All I see is if the gas goes into balloon, balloon goes up. I don't see why the other thing should be there now. Oh.
Well, you have a regulator valve, right? That's supposed to prevent the balloon from going pop.
Yeah, okay. But that thing was messed with, so it still went through, despite the burner being on, getting rid of the gas. And the valve should have stopped it going through.
Yeah.
The nerve of some people. Did you see his lovely wife and children in the paper?
I hear the
What a rat.
InstaHeat.
New and improved model. They'll be selling these like hotcakes.
I don't need this.
Poor guy.
LAPD
This one
detective
doesn't
center. Need
explode.
to speak to someone in charge.
I see. Well, duty manager for today is Mr. Rasick. You should find him in his office.
Mr. Racist. Let's go.
Mrs. Racist.
That's not what she said.
Wrinkled was not one of the things I wanted to be when I grew up.
Of course a girl can ask a fella out.
Who's Mr. Basic?
The woman who stabbed her husband and pushed him in front of the car? That's the cop that caught her.
Alright, we also sometimes get recognized for
Good things. Still.
manager.
Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson. We're investigating a couple of house fires. What can you tell us about this?
Pressure regulator from a Model 70. Let me take a look. We have a problem. This has been tampered with.
What?
You see this diaphragm? It forms a seal across the saddle here. Gas flows across from here to here. The diaphragm regulates flow. It's been reversed. It's a subtle change, but it means the gas never closes off properly.
Alright.
We could do this some other time if you're not feeling well.
I'm feeling excellent, thank you. Again, bold tie.
I like his tie better than the
So
other
you're telling me
thing.
that this is not a manufacturing fault or service repair?
I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with the design.
Okay, what is wrong with the design, mister?
You're telling me that you've never had any problems with this heater?
Look,
Wow, we're coming on strong.
Since the Model 70.
These things are still being installed?
It's the demand. None of us could keep up with the amount of housing going up. At the budget end, we're still using some of the old stock. We are installing 100 heaters a week. They're not all faulty.
They're not all safe either.
True.
Are these diaphragms prone to failure?
They tend to go after a while. The rubber lasts quite a few years and then it perishes.
So the guys' names that I've been seeing doing the repairs on the heaters, they're fully licensed and accredited.
Sure, of course they are.
No, they're not.
Except when they're not, right?
I think some of your men aren't fully licensed. You're desperate to cover your sales.
And how are you going to prove that, Detective? Name me one of my guys who would have overlooked a fault like this.
I can give you 2 of them even.
Who do we go with, Ryan or with Varley?
Which is the house? Yeah, I was gonna say which is the house where people died, but
That's this one.
Yeah, well then press that one.
Can you go outside and fetch the boss because we have people to throw?
He's on the run for divorce interstate. It's not so bad.
You in the habit of hiring criminals, Rasic?
I need guys, Detective. This boom is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I want you to get me a copy of the
To
list
ruin
of
your
installers.
company, that's it.
Okay, I'll get it for you. There around a dozen of them. Housing business is going crazy at the moment.
Let's see.
This is a long shot. We are not going to rouse that whole list.
Varley Reginald is on
I want to
there.
run it by R&I, cross-reference for arsonists. See if any of these guys have any previous. Sir, I need to use your phone.
Go right ahead.
Is the other one on there? Oh. Time's up.
What the hell?
Luckily, we memorized it in game.
Kidding?
Operator,
I
give
could
me
save
dispatch.
all year and never afford that.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
It's the same lady.
I need to know if any of the following names have a previous criminal history.
Okay, Detective, run the names.
Acevedo Ernesto, Clemens Walter, Elgram John, Gable Leroy, Kelligrew Peter, Kuttner Robert, Limehouse Albert, Manning Franklin, Neves Raymond, O'Brien Thomas, Ryan
The Oracle
Matthew,
can write
Spurgeon
fast,
William,
by the way.
Barley Reginald,
She doesn't
Zurich
write, she already
Stephen.
knew what he was going to ask
Yeah.
if she had checked earlier.
Clemens Walter, previous conviction for arson and malicious damage. Burned down a house in Westwood in 1942. 4-year jail term.
Thanks.
Ryan Matthew, charged for contempt of court, attempted murder, plea bargain down to assault charge.
Anyone else?
There is a Reginald Varley wanted for murder by Detroit Police Department.
Thanks. You've been a big help, young lady. Roster is quite the rogues gallery, Mr. Rasic. Desperate times indeed.
The Oracle is 50 years. She feels flattered.
What?
Do you have an address for
Young lady.
He's working on an apartment building on Catalina and 3rd.
What about Ryan?
Currently working at a housing development on Normandy and 1st Street.
Varley, where is he?
Beverly and Mariposa, currently working on a new housing development. Hey, Varley's a good guy. You can't harass all my people.
These guys have lockers.
Yes, they do, but my men have a right to some privacy. Don't you need a warrant or something?
Show him and keep quiet.
Smug.
Literally, this is. Don't you need a warrant? Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Stick around, Mr. Rasic.
Alright. Manning, that was one of them, right? No.
No.
Clemens, that was one.
Mm-hmm.
Clemens is a fellow traveler.
An anarchist essay, eh? The Los Angeles Anarchist Society. That's a lot of text. Oh, that's a lot of them.
Yeah,
He's giving them out.
them.
Yeah, that's the guy giving them out.
Yeah, that one's extremely suspicious. Steven, write him down. The pliers are like dangerous
Light
stuff.
reading on the merciless capitalist machine.
And of course pinups, because no handyman's locker would be complete without them.
Okay, can't. Ooh.
The company went through thousands of these in the war. Still got eaten alive. Varley has a problem with bugs.
You know that a mosquito coil takes an hour to burn down, Racing?
No, I didn't know that.
It's the favorite choice of ignition by arsonists. Gives them time to get away.
You're crazy. He probably lives near the canals in Venice. Mind if I leave you to it? I got work waiting.
Well, if he's coming in from Venice, he'll have one hell of a long commute.
3 birds. Clemens, Ryan, Varley. Where to, Phelps?
Let's take them alphabetical. Clemens first.
I'd say go for Varley first. He had the coil. He was at that one house.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I guess we...
Someone's fucking around with our car.
It's not our car. Ours was green.
Hmm.
No, that's someone choosing his next target. Oh, is that a you better get it right warning?
Varley. I think we're on a timer here.
Okay, I'll pick Varley.
Varley's on the run. He might be packing heat. If he's wanted for murder, I say we take the doubt out of the equation and let him have it.
You nervous?
It's been a while.
You were in combat.
In 1917. You know, I never fired my weapon in the line of duty.
That's nothing to be ashamed of. I hope your piece is still serviceable, Herschel.
I may be old and out of practice, but I'm still a Marine, Phelps.
It would be better for our case if we could bring him in, Herschel.
No time. Damn it.
Take it easy, Phelps.
Oh,
I'd rather
come
get there in
on.
one piece.
Expert driving.
And then we calmly drove in without the siren.
Stop or I'll shoot!
Oh, I actually got him.
Or I will shoot!
Wow, that's it, like your second time since we played this game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a wild guess that you're the same Reginald Varley the Detroit police have an outstanding warrant on. How am I doing so far?
I need a lawyer before I talk to any of you.
Reginald Varley, you're under arrest for committing a series of arsons. You're also under arrest for murder. Detroit PD will be putting in a request for your extradition. Until then, you're a guest of the city.
Arson? You can't hang that rap on me.
Be quiet. Be thankful we don't shoot you.
Are all the cops in this town crazy?
Take him away, officer.
You know, I don't think this is the one that was in the cutscene.
Inspect his vehicle.
It has different color.
Okay. Then we move on to the other fast.
Alright, which one is next, Seth?
Which one was the zealot with the ton of folders? Or wait, was one of their names on the other house?
Ryan's was?
Ryan's was on the other house?
Yes.
Then let's go there.
Ryan is the one that had the stacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ryan
So
it
he's
is.
the anarchist. And oh, he's very close by. Well, there's stuff in this garden.
Fuck people. And the stuff in the garden.
That's also a red car.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think maybe the sides of the car are...
Are you Matthew Ryan?
Who's asking?
Detective
Also wrong
Phelps
one.
and Biggs.
Shit.
Arson squad.
Arson?
You heard the man.
Let's just put this stuff in the car and I'll be right with you.
This was
Hold
going
it,
to
Ryan.
drive away.
I said, son of a bitch.
This is so predictable by now.
Some of these people are predictable.
Those are GI's backyards just crashing through.
The damage is only cosmetic.
Yeah.
I'll take out the bear. Lay into his wheel well. Come on.
Holy shit.
He's going to kill those
They'll get out of the way. Close in,
Old
Phelps.
car
We need to
chase.
take Ryan down before he hurts
Old timey
somebody.
car chase.
Don't leave me hanging out
Oh.
here, Phelps. Move in. Smash the son of a bitch's rear wheels. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
The game will.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the suspect did not survive.
Why did you run, Ryan?
I was scared.
You got a reason to be scared, Ryan?
Matthew Ryan, I'm arresting you on suspicion of committing a series of arsons.
That was
I'm
a fun
worried.
car chase.
I'm really, really worried. I hope it can be done with... I hope it's you have to bring in all three. The order does not matter.
I would like to point out that I was gonna go through the list alphabetically.
That is not necessarily more logical.
Also, I may have misinterpreted the first cutscene, and he could have just moved parts from a blue car into a red car. That is possible.
Yeah. Ain't got time for that now.
By the way, if your
Here,
clues
on the
are
right.
really, really fresh,
You're pressing
then
it! You're pressing it! Oh, okay.
that's also a red car. I think I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. But this is the guy from cutscene, I believe.
I mean, just immediately grab him.
We want some answers and we want them quick.
Okay, okay. What's this all about? Just tell me what you want.
Clemens.
Stares right through us.
You know Reginald Varley?
No? Can't say I do.
Look at his smug face.
Jesus
Like,
Christ.
yeah, no, I don't know any Steph or Steven.
Yeah, no.
Detroit PD is after Reginald Varley for murder. You want us to run you in for aiding and abetting Clemens?
Whoa, 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 whoa. All I know about Varley is he gets kickbacks from some developer. Does their work first. Spreads it around if he can.
Okay.
How long have you been working for InstaHeat? Well, Clemens.
You're licensed and work for InstaHeat?
I contract for them. So what?
What's with the site?
Okay, yeah.
You know, I have a coworker who often has that same facial expression he just made.
Worked as a fitter all my life. Put everything I had into that house. And my fucking mud shark of a wife gets awarded it in settlement. She's blowing spics 2 at a time while I'm at work. And she
Whoa.
gets the house. Yeah, I burnt it all right. Set fire to that fucker and watched it burn to the ground. I did my time and I'd do it again.
Sorry about the rouse, Clemens. You did the right thing.
Okay, Biggs is a lost cause.
Do you know Matthew Ryan?
You fucked you over, you fucked your back. Good job.
I think I can prove this. Wait. Clemens anarchist pamphlet. And then we have Ryan's anarchist pamphlet. Okay, I'll press lie, see what we actually asked.
You and Ryan are fifth columnists.
And how do you figure
so
that, wise guy?
you can
What
just
proof do you have?
submit
Been
any of
following me
the
to
two.
meetings?
Okay, so that we can prove. You had an anarchist pamphlet.
We found a pamphlet in your locker, Clemens. We can add your name to the register. HUAC might want to interview you.
That shit was from Ryan. He's always pushing that shit on people. Drives me nuts. He's got it in for the company.
All right, Clemens. You're off the hook for the moment.
Can I get back to work now?
Let's get out of here, Phelps. He ain't our guy.
Or is he?
As much as I'd like it to be, Chapman, I think it's one of the other 2 guys. Let's get to the station and close this case.
Today and every day, Spencer's Root Beer provides you with a front row seat to America's favorite radio entertainment. The bubbles dance in the glass and on the top. Smooth as satin. There's no need to put up with flavorless wartime brands. 8 out of 10 say Spencer's taste more delicious. So while
Alright, I guess this was not timed, or we picked very correctly. Because we got all 3 people.
Mouthpiece tore strips off me at the grand jury. Case got thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
I have 2 suspects.
Phelps, you got nothing. Biggs, Ryan's waiting for you in interview 1. Varley's in 2.
Hey, Hopkins, you practicing your asshole routine again? Come on, Phelps.
Wow.
He says a lot of... He says he doesn't do partners, but he's stuck up for you every time so far.
Yeah.
Save yourself some time and get this thing off your chest.
He might not necessarily like you that much,
Gambit, you
but
better try again.
he still wants you, you know, to just be able to do your job.
Hands on the desk. Vacant stare.
I can wait just as long as you can.
Good! We'll be here until tomorrow.
So you want to?
Because I don't have a home anymore.
Yes, I do. So does every reasonable person.
And you're doing your part?
Yes, I am.
Does that include sabotaging water heaters to destroy a company?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
Your lips do not support that statement.
Pressing lie just to see what we say.
This is industrial sabotage, Ryan. It's all part of your campaign.
You're delusional, detective. What campaign?
Oh, yeah, that we can prove.
That one that leads you to have dozens and dozens of sheets.
Your locker is full of pamphlets. Clemens told us how you were always foisting them on people.
Sure. I spread the pamphlets. A guy has to do something. Insta-heat heaters break down every day. They're still peddling the same lousy design that they lifted from Hephaestus.
Insta-heat bought out Hephaestus?
Them, Vulcan, Pyro, and a bunch of other companies.
And you still work for them.
A guy has to work.
And the directors of the company. How do you feel about them these days?
You work it out.
Yeah, that's fun. Hephaestus and Vulcan are the same. Well, one is Roman and the other is Greek, but the same type of god.
A smithy.
You know how to reverse a diaphragm in the regulator valve of a Model 70 heater?
No, I don't.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you absolutely do.
If you know enough to do your job, you know enough to do that repair. You're lying, Ryan.
And how do you think you can prove that?
Yeah, how do you think you can prove that, Steven?
The exact same fucking valve that was switched at the house that he serviced.
Rasik testifies to ease of tampering. I guess.
The regulator valve that was switched was literally found at the residence that he serviced.
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
But, this is Ryan, right? Was it Varley or Ryan? Let's see.
Ryan Varley. Oh no.
Reginald Varley. That was at the Sawyer family
Sawyer
where we found
house.
the regulator.
Yeah, the regulator. Yeah, there's Sawyer. So you should show him the regulator valve.
I think
you can
Alex
sweat
is
me
right
like
and it's this
this?
one. Because
Okay.
there was like, can you prove that it was, that I could have done this?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Your boss at InstaHeat said that you've all been trained to do it. It's a common repair. Are you calling him a liar?
Okay, so I know how it's done. But what would be the point? You just end up with a gas leak and then a small fire when you turn the pilot back on.
And if you didn't reset the pilot and the gas spread, what was the cause of the fire in your own home, Ryan?
I won't tell you.
Okay, you got kickbacks from urban development.
What can you tell me about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nothing.
Tell me the truth, Ryan. It's the only chance you've got. You're getting some kind of kickback from the fund.
So I'm an agitator for change, but I take kickbacks. How does that make any sense?
Let's see, can we... I mean, you have a statement saying that he... wait.
Someone else.
That's someone else. Okay. Aboard.
Sorry. Sometimes you have to shake the tree to see what falls out.
Okay. But I still think he's
Doubt,
full of
though.
it. Doubt.
I think Suburban is a front for your anarchist buddies. They're arranging for people to be out of town while you burn their houses down.
Suburban? What's that got to do with me? That's Farley's bilk. He's the one with the cozy agreement with those fascists.
Yeah. Thanks for keeping me straight, Dev.
Mm-hmm.
You have a history of violence.
I have no such thing.
We called the Oracle. We know.
Yeah, the Oracle said so.
And how exactly are you gonna prove that?
Because the Oracle said so.
Yeah,
That is enough proof that anyone needs.
Prior convictions for contempt and assault.
Yep.
Look, Ryan, we made a phone call and the lady on the other end said so. Therefore, you have a history of violence.
You were charged with attempted murder, Ryan.
It was a court case. No criminal liability was the verdict. They said that they couldn't have known that the faulty heater installation would cause a fire. All I know is I lost my whole family. And the company that was responsible got away with it.
Ooh.
What would you do?
Which company?
Hephaestus Water Heater Company.
Alright, let's go talk to the other person.
That's it for the moment, Ryan.
I get the impression.
Sure. As soon as your red friends storm the building and carry out, you'll keep your seat until we decide how long to lock you up for, knucklehead.
Mouthpiece store strips off me at the Grand
He's not the nicest person, but he's basically really bitter and wants to get to the big company.
Our procedure says we eliminate all of the suspects. Let's speak to Varley.
I want to make homicide. You know you made it if you can get that desk.
We have Matthew Ryan in custody, Varley. I think all we need to do is ask him about this, and he'll rat you out.
Fuck Ryan, that pinko bastard.
Okay.
Calm.
Hey, buddy, why don't you stand around some more while I sneak out that door?
Have you ever worked on a place on Rosewood Avenue? Family by the name of Sawyer?
Maybe. I'm from out of town. I go where they send me. I don't do a lot of repairs, though. I'm flat out on new installations.
Wait. Okay. But what he said didn't make sense because he had doing it there for years.
Yeah.
Why are you lying to me, Varley? If Suburban wants their new installations completed, why are you bothering with wrecks like the Sawyer house?
So I'm lying just because I can't remember if I was there or not? How can you prove that I was?
Well, you wrote your
Easy.
name down. Varley. There we go.
Your name is on the inside door of their water heater.
Okay. You got me there. Suburban, yeah, they wanted that guy out. Sawyer kept complaining about not being able to get his heater service, so they threw in a free service as a sweetener. I think he played him, though. Because he still wouldn't sell.
Okay.
Word is, you're in the pocket of some property developer?
Never. I got principles.
No, you don't.
How did Suburban put the squeeze
Nice
on
one,
you?
Phelps.
Did they find out about your record?
There's no way you can link me to Suburban. You're wasting your time.
We have two people. Two people.
Which one do we like the least? Ryan or Clemens? Yeah.
Ryan says you offered to cut him in on the kickbacks they were offering. He'll testify in court.
Suburban, they got real-time pressure on getting some of the big developments finished. There's some big date that they can't afford to miss. So yeah, I took their money. But so did a lot of guys, all right? Carpenters, electricians, plumbers. It's no big conspiracy.
Okay.
Tell us about the InstaHeat Model 70.
What would reversing the diaphragm of an InstaHeat Model 70 do?
Yeah, I made that mistake before. You get a big bang when you turn the pilot back on.
So you didn't deliberately sabotage the water heater at the Sawyer house?
No, I did not. You out of your mind?
I don't believe you, Varley. I think Suburban wants homeowners who don't want to sell out of the way.
I think you're out of your mind. Where is the evidence that I have done anything to contribute to this fire? Huh?
How about the coils?
Yep.
Arsonists use cigarettes and mosquito coils as time delay fuses. We found an open box of mosquito coils in your locker.
Whoa, hang on. Those things, they belong to Ryan, all right? He asked me to hold them because his locker's full of stupid pamphlets. I thought he used them for camping.
Charge.
Charge?
I think it's this guy, yeah.
You do?
We're done for now.
So what happens?
You're either going back to Detroit to face a murder rap, We're staying here to answer for these arsons.
Parker or Green? I don't know who'd be worse.
Okay, let's see. Can I talk to the other
Nice. I
person?
mean, you know you made it if you got that desk.
Wait, I went the wrong way.
I'm gonna make him take me to the pictures tonight.
You just walked past into the interrogation room 1.
It's about time some
There it is.
people went to jail. They think they're untouchable.
Oh, okay.
This
So
is
it's
it. You need to pick now.
we have to pick one. All right. Let's have a think.
Give us the book.
We have Reginald Varley. Oh, okay. I thought maybe we could read something on him. Wait, review evidence. Competition ticket.
So what we know is he was there, and we also know that he knows the consequences.
Yeah, but he freely admitted. He was like, oh yeah, no, this is what happens when you do this. And the other person was like, how would I know what happens when you do this?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. In the end, they both knew.
Also, if you go and surface the heater there to sabotage.
Would you put down your name? I mean, you could argue that you could fake the name. But it's not easy to fake a handwriting, and if it's already there 2 times in a row.
And also, but on the other hand, he did have mosquito coils.
Yes, but if that if the second argument was is correct, then Ryan might have passed the mosquito coils on so in order to not have them on himself.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The regulator valve that we found. Honestly, I think they're. One is
You think
clearly
they're in
taking
cahoots?
bribes. Yeah, I feel like they're both guilty, but I think the second guy we interviewed, that's where we found the regulator valve that was messed with, and he had the coils, right?
Yeah.
So we found the valve messed with valve there, and he had the coils. That's 2 things that point strongly at him.
Also, he's conspiring with the suburban redevelopment.
Yes, and that is maybe even the biggest thing. He basically already said he's conspiring with them to get people out of their homes.
But on the other hand, let's see, criminal records. We know that Matthew Ryan has a grudge against the heater companies.
So why would he work together? Like, why would he burn down people's houses for that and not go after the heating companies directly?
The crimes made it look like the heaters were faulty.
Yeah. So he's maybe hoping for them to go out of business. I feel like that is a longer shot, though, to tackle that in
And
such
when
a
we
manner.
did the interview, he was basically, no, I don't know. I don't know. No, I don't. I'm just an anarchist. Yes.
Yeah.
And Ryan, when we asked him, he was like, "Oh yeah, when you Vardy, I mean, Vardy was like, oh yeah, no, when you mess with the thing, this happens."
Yeah.
And
That by itself, though, admitting that can also be like you just state what happens because you know lying about it makes no sense because you know it's a basic thing that everyone could do. So lying about it makes you suspicious. Which is what the other
yeah,
did.
exactly. It's like if you were to ask me about the technical detail, I would just say, yeah, well, this happens. It's basically a thing of how well do you know your job.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we've summarized everything. Alex, who do you think did it?
Before I was thinking Ryan's, but now I'm thinking with I'm more with Wally as Steph says.
All right. I'm unsure, so I'm gonna go.
You're putting the responsibility of the decision in our hands.
No. I'm in control, right? If we
Yeah, keep
are
telling
mistaken.
yourself that, Steven. Keep telling yourself that every day.
But I would like to point out that based on the interviews that we did,
one behaved more suspicious, but
I think
sometimes persons can be shifty and sometimes they straight up just tell you certain things.
I think that where is he? Is he not in here? Oh, there he is. Ryan. I
Yeah, look,
think
sometimes people
this
are
guy.
gangsters, and sometimes they're just innocent, but they still smell.
I think the story fits with this guy that because he wants the company destroyed, that he like basically is doing sabotage, and he's trying to make sure that that nobody gets like dies, and he made a mistake with the Sawyer house, and that it makes sense because he goes there to sabotage, not for like for like regular maintenance. But I admit that's just as circumstantial as this. I don't let's have one more last look at the clues. Is there any clue? Competition tickets from travel company.
You know, this interface would really benefit from a press shoulder button to turn next page.
Yeah.
Because the going back and forth here is stupid.
Matthew Ryan. Oh no, but my okay, no, my argument falls flat because he also put his name on one of the heater that got destroyed is under his name. So that's out of it. Okay.
Guy gave his wife a task.
This one?
I think so, yeah.
Reginald Varley, I'm charging you with committing a series of arsons and for the murders of Hank Sawyer, Edwina Sawyer, Henry Sawyer, and Jessica Sawyer.
I'm no cold-blooded criminal. I could never burn up a whole family in their home.
Single individuals are fine though.
And the other's still going to prison in Detroit for murder.
How is it? No, just keep your mouth shut and listen to me for a second. How is it you can bring no less than 3 suspects into my station, conduct extensive interviews, sift through mountains of evidence with Lynch and Pinker, and still manage to charge the wrong fucking guy?
Oh.
I took a chance on you, Phelps. People said I was crazy, and you made me look like a jerk.
Oh. Oops.
You may not be much of an arson investigator, but I hear you're merciless on the beat. Get going.
Oh. Well, we fucked up there.
But Why?
Vehicle damage was on Steven, though.
The case against Varley looks dangerously thin for a man facing 4 counts of murder.
Okay, I want to... Yeah.
I don't understand.
Well... We actually failed a case.
What do you mean failed? We convicted someone.
Well, yeah.
Justice was served.
I wonder what the cutscene would have been if we had succeeded here.
Well, I would have to, like, speedrun the case to get it.
Or maybe it's on YouTube, you know?
You're 2 blocks behind 1st and 2nd.
We have more buildings to clear. You know our orders,
There's
Sergeant.
barely a building left standing or not on fire in your zone, Cole. Is your sector full of Japs?
Questioning my command.
The captain doesn't want anyone falling behind.
Tell the captain we will join him when the job is done.
Just give us the word, Sarge. We'll take care of him. He should be sectioned. That Jap lover's a fucking liability.
We're here to kill Japs, not our own people.
Star-crossed son of a bitch. No one wants to serve under him. He's bad fucking luck.
Can it? We have a job to do here. If I can live with it, you can too.
Okay.
Bless you.
What's it called? The Gas Man?
Yes. A walk in Elysian fields.
Don't look up. I'll walk in the Elysian fields. That's the next case now.
Yeah, no. I'm looking for the Gas Man.
Well, that's gonna be 100,000 hits on the internet, huh?
House fire. Bad one. At least 4 Vicks. Get out there and find out what you can. The address is 650 North Hobart.
Hey, I gave his wife a tap. I said all's fair in love and war.
Why is the word abbreviation so long? Bronco, can you give me a hand? I got a hard case I gotta break.
Alright.
Remember the dead lady
Well,
they found
we did excellent interviewing and stuff, but somehow we drew the wrong conclusion.
So that means my first hunch was correct, and I then got convinced of the wrong one. Oh, all it happens.
You hear about Rancho Escondido?
It's
We
not
having
like
a
I was very
conversation, Biggs?
confident about it.
Okay, fuck it. Forget I.
I'm teasing you, Herschel. Tell me about it.
The new housing development's a couple of weeks from completion. Burned to the ground last night. GIs are ready to move in this weekend. Developer's gonna have some very angry customers.
Any Century unit, 211
Shit
in
about
progress,
Jet.
522
The
South
officer
Hill
doesn't
Street,
try
unit
to
to
nail
handle
that
code 3
something for
identified.
years.
He's still in custody, Herschel.
Wanna bet? Fella kicked him loose already. Can't hold him for misdemeanor cigarettes and matches.
Steph, you're still busy reading?
Hmm?
Are you still busy reading?
Hmm?
I think that's a yes.
Yeah. I'm,
Well, I think the evidence towards either was not very clear.
I just found it on YouTube. So we can watch it later.
Yeah, but I don't...
Yeah.
I'm not interested in what the reaction of our boss is instead. I want to know where we went wrong.
Oh, I was interested in the different cutscene. Which you can see from that timestamp onward.
Fine, I'll look it up myself. Thank you very much.
Big ol' house.
You guys better see this. I hope you have strong stomachs.
Oh, was someone inside? Oh.
Do you have a name? Morelli, Mike. We recovered a picture of the family. Okay. Anything else? To be honest, I just got here, Phelps. Best you talk to Lynch. He's the expert.
Doesn't make any sense. Why aren't they scattered around like the rest of the debris?
I think they've been moved.
Ooh.
I think someone moved them after the explosion and before the fire.
Can you explain that, please?
I'm almost positive the cause of death is asphyxiation due to gas inhalation. Look at the parts of their bodies that aren't scorched. The coloring around the fingertips is typical.
They wouldn't have felt a thing.
I think the fire damage is post-mortem. I think someone moved them into this room after the explosion.
It still doesn't make any sense. Why would you run into a burning building?
Well, does it look like... It's a very natural way for all of them to be upright like that as well, you know?
What are they doing?
Prayer effect is from the fire. The muscles and tendons contract.
Oh, okay.
You ever think about how many people have died in this world? And how big heaven would have to be to accommodate them bigs?
No, I have not. Show some respect.
It's our boy. I think he watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
So what about the guy we have in jail, Phelps?
We got the wrong guy.
It doesn't explain why he ran into a burning building. What would make anyone do that?
Guilt.
For the fires?
For his mistake. This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty. He was trying to redeem himself. He probably thought they'd be happier together.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps. I know you had it rough lately, but you should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
He could be right. Can you come up with an alternative explanation?
I'm sure it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family, and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
Might fit, Cole, but I don't think we could ever prove it. There's very little evidence.
Evidence?
Albert, check out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the same MO.
Sure, Phelps. I'll get back to you.
Leave the rest to us, Cole. You better find out what's eating Big.
Throwing up, I think.
So something finally got to you.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it. You keep riding me and you won't be pretty much longer.
We can get this guy, Herschel.
You think you've seen everything, Phelps? I was with the 2nd Marines at Bella Wood. The things that went on in that farmhouse. My own guys on fire, screaming for a way out. You're not gonna get this guy. There's gonna be no photos and no citations. We're gonna kill this miserable fuck. End of story. You getting this?
You remember the list from the travel agent?
Sure.
The Morellis were winners too. Their name was on that list.
Christ. We should take a look around, work the neighbors, see what they know. I'll go across the street.
Okay, I'll try this side.
I haven't done this for years.
Work, you mean?
You don't look like a fireman, son.
It's gotta be something big, right?
All right,
Heck
so
yeah.
I guess
Jump
that
over.
makes sense that both of the suspects were not the person.
Yes, but
Can you tell me
funnily
anything about the
enough,
fire next door?
Hey, it's the same guy. It's
Imagine
him.
after
It's
having
the same
run that
guy.
weekend away.
What's your name, sir?
Letter.
Foreman. Dudley Foreman.
Oh, because he had the same shirt.
Yes.
I was trying to figure out what you were talking about. I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
the exact same shirt.
but funnily enough, if you think
I don't have
it's
all
not
day.
this, we didn't get the same perp. Steph checked it, and I also ran into the same information. One of them, one of the charges is considered a failure, and one of them is not considered a failure by the game.
Yeah.
Have you picked the failure one?
We picked
Yeah.
the failure one. The other one, they're like, you did a good job here. Took my chances with you. It might be very un-American what you did with your family. But you did a good job here.
Look, we were asleep when we heard the explosion.
I don't think so.
You didn't like Morelli, did you?
Some neighbors you get along with, some you don't. Guess they should have sold up.
What do you mean?
They're knocking down all these old houses and building a new subdivision for GIs. Morelli was being difficult.
Right.
You said someone is knocking these houses down?
Elysian Fields. You must know them. They're billboards. That Monroe character beaming down at you. We've had an offer for the house.
Did the Morellis want to sell?
I don't know.
Think a little
You do
harder,
know.
sir. Think a little harder. Maybe you do know.
Whatever you thought of Morelli, his whole family is dead. They couldn't have all deserved that. I want you to help me here, Foreman.
Morelli was pig-headed. He built the house himself. He didn't want to sell. Stubborn fool was ruining it for all of us.
Or is that like a thing where people only get the money if the entire thing, if the entire lot sells?
Well, they want to build there. They need
So?
all lots. Else they can't
You said
build
Morellis
there.
had won a weekend away to Catalina Island?
These
Yeah, that's
projects
right.
are not
First
house
thing I
by
thought after the
house.
explosion was, thank goodness they was away. But then I find out they were still in there.
Who was running the competition?
What? I don't know.
You do know.
I don't think he knows.
I don't think he knows.
No, not by the visuals. The tone of voice was weird, though.
You didn't enter yourself?
I'd already agreed to sell. The competition was an incentive for those who were still thinking about it.
Alright. Okay. Time to find some evidence.
Hey, there's still some house left this time.
Yeah. There were even some people in the house. Look what I found.
A cutscene. Steven
How
found
did
a
you get my
cutscene.
number, Ira? At first, I didn't understand you. But now I do. I'd like you to come back to the clinic. I'm helping other people now, Doctor.
I think you are confused. You haven't been to the clinic for weeks.
I'm not confused anymore, Doctor. I'm helping people be together.
This world is only temporary. We'll all be happier in heaven.
Why don't you tell me where you are and I can come to you? I think the fires should end now. They have served their purpose.
Oh, the fires are only beginning, Doctor. After the fires, everything will be beautiful and clean.
Everything will be erased. The world will be fresh and new.
I can see my purpose now, Doctor. And you helped me to find it.
Maybe report to the police?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in
But he
this case...
instigated the first few.
In this case, the confidentiality, you know, doesn't matter.
Does not apply, yeah.
Does not apply now.
But the problem is that he instigated the first few ones.
Looks like the same model.
Not necessarily. The sentence, the first fires serve their purpose.
No, we saw it in a few in an earlier cutscene.
Oh, okay. I was like, that could have just been a sentence to be like, yeah, I'm on your side here, but it's done now, you know.
This is the flashpoint. The heater detonated with enough force to expose the foundations.
Foundation is really a big word for a wooden house.
But it was Varley again on the heater. So I guess it was neither of them. That also makes sense with that both of their names were on the service registry.
So either someone is writing down Varley's name, or targeting places where someone else has serviced the heater.
Yeah. So it's not like during service, but you just lure them away. There's too much stuff around. Guess that's done.
Is the black?
Another day, another dollar.
Black and red.
I was wondering if the black wooden board next to evidence B is also evidence or not.
Don't think so. I think that's for the picture.
Don't know why you'd mark up the picture though.
Not sure this means much.
Kinda weird. Because you're not gonna ID the fires of the family pictures, the bodies. Did you already do the dental record thing back then?
Seems irrelevant.
Maybe. I always wondered how unique dental records are.
Pretty unique. Especially if your teeth are placed a little bit crooked like mine. The thing is that the one tooth can just, you know, be a little millimeter more to the left or right and all that. And then it's already
Extremely
changed.
suspicious. We've seen one of those in the other guy's locker. He must be
Yeah.
guilty.
Damn these pliers.
Clearly, every single person who owns pliers is a bomber.
And a bicycle. Or maybe it was something else, but the wheels look like a bicycle. Oh, they even had a hammer.
Truly suspicious. Okay.
Steven, please put it back. Now is not the time for the hammer.
Is it not hammer time?
It is not.
What is this? Central heating.
Mm-hmm.
It does kind of look like a thing that should be in another game's boss battle, though.
Yeah. You know, you burn wood there. And then it heats the house.
Okay.
You burn gas, not wood.
There's still more to find, but I've...
Coal. You put coal in, but you can also just put wood in. If you want to get rid of it anyway.
If this was a gas explosion, why do you think then that...
Well, that was the old system they still had.
Wait, what the hell? Cigarette butts.
Someone was keeping watch.
Calderon.
Looks like they were here for quite a while. Brand looks distinctive. Whoever he was wearing boondockers. I would know that imprint anywhere.
Also size 8, of course.
Yeah, definitely size 8.
Only gangsters have size 8s.
Oh, okay. Well, that was... I could have looked around for a lot longer, but I just saw the prints from a distance. Oh, I can still talk to this guy.
Are you aware that someone was waiting for something for a very long time in your garden?
Did you see anyone hanging around the Morelli's home prior to the explosion?
Nope. Can't say as I was looking out, though.
Okay. Thank you, Gabe.
How about the cigarette butts on your lot, though?
Yeah. Let's see. I'll press lie. Maybe I'll back out.
I think you're covering for someone, Foreman. Who is it?
And I think you are off your rocker. How can you make an accusation like that? What proof have you got?
I think it's a mistake. I think we can't prove that he is covering for someone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's
it's
true,
gonna...
yeah.
Mistake.
I'm just gonna doubt him.
You sure, Mr. Foreman? There are signs of someone hanging around over there by the fence.
Hey, now that you come to think of it, there was a guy. Kind of tall. Skinny, though.
Anything else?
Orange lumber jacket, a beat-up hat, and no hair. I thought he was the pest exterminator guy who was working around here the last few days. But that guy had hair.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Foreman.
Sure. Hey, if you're interested, I have one of those competition flyers in the kitchen. I could get it for you if you like.
That would be great.
Any luck, Cole?
Couple of things. What did you pick up?
Did you find?
Piece of paper. Looks complicated.
Japanese call it origami. Can I take a look?
Sure.
Uh-oh.
Paper crane. There's a legend about them. You fold 1,000 of these and you get a wish.
Pull it apart.
Don't break it.
I'm not. I'm unfolding it. It looks like a waybill or a flyer.
Building a better California.
For Elysian Fields developments.
Does he put it back together? No, he doesn't.
No, of course not. He doesn't know how.
Oh, I see you already have one.
Ah, with the... Okay, Lalonde.
When did the flyer arrive in your mailbox?
They've been arriving for weeks. This one was in the mailbox when I got home from work yesterday afternoon.
You know, it's kind of it's a really unusual feeling to have proactive citizens. He even offered to get us the flyer.
Okay. Time to call the Oracle.
I heard this is a triple homicide. Is that true?
I need an address for a property developer. Elysian Fields Developments.
One moment, Detective. The address is 748 North Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Messages, please.
You have a message. Contact Captain McKelty immediately.
Thanks. Can you put me through, operator?
Of course. Here you are.
Commander?
Leads on the Morelli fire.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields Developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe. He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief. Are you out of your mind? I'm warning you, Phelps.
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You have something, you bring it to me. You're hanging by a thread, Phelps. Do you understand?
You think we care?
Yes, sir.
Good. Have a report on my desk today.
Kelty has warned us off over Elysian.
Makes sense. It's a dead end. We should check out Rancho Escondido.
It's someone with money.
Sure.
And this is the USA.
Let's go.
You know where it is? You drive.
Well, honestly, that's how it works all over the world, though.
All right. Where to?
You can tell Steph only says that because Steph doesn't have money. We're all poor in here. That's why we have to stream and earn some extra cash.
Exactly. All those ads you guys have been watching.
And the subscriptions, of course.
Absolutely. All of them appreciated.
You know, there are times when you really miss a nightstick. There's more religion in the end of a nightstick than in 100 cathedrals.
What?
What's a nightstick?
I'm not gonna tell you again, sir.
This is the club that's used by police.
I'll lock you up for a play.
Son of a bitch!
Oh,
You sorry sack. That's
what
not
the?
cool.
Stephen has to relearn the thing again.
Okay, that's not the button.
This is
this
a
the button?
weekly
Okay, I found the
occurrence.
button.
This isn't the answer.
Okay, that's one. Oh, dodge, counter punch, counter punch, counter punch, counter punch, grapple.
Counter punching means that he's punching first.
Exactly.
It's not a counter punch if you just repeatedly smash him in the face.
Good thing you showed up when you did, detectives.
It is a
These folks were paying
preemptive
for
counter,
blood.
Steph.
Okay. Let's see if there's anything left to take a look at.
Alright. Let's see if we can't find any food tracks and cigarette butts. If I were an arsonist, I would be standing next to these plants.
I think that's still too close. The heat
Yeah.
would have scared you off. Wait, did the next thing also burn?
Yeah, they all burnt.
But was there like such a strong wind that it caught the next fire? Next house, the next house, the next house? Oh
be.
wow, this is even further than I thought. It's not just like all in that line, it's also the
No,
next line
next
as well.
line and this line. Like all of them. Ooh. No.
Phelps, I think I found something over here.
What you got, buddy?
Mortar is like dust. Is that normal in a fire?
You'd expect some shrinkage in the heat, but it looks like the cement barely adhered to the brick. Doesn't appear to be any wall ties either. This thing looks like it was built on the cheap.
Are we covering up something?
If we're paying a visit to Elysian and ruining my career, let's bite the bullet and get on with it.
Okay, that was all apparently.
So the houses are of really, really bad quality.
Your hat is right over here, sir.
And I stood on it to point it out.
Exactly.
Let's take that car. That's a nice car.
You want the police car?
Yeah, we're driving the police car.
Because we're policemen.
Oh, this is smart. We're going to confront the rich person. So we're not taking our own car.
Mm-hmm.
This is a cul-de-sac. Well, this is not my car anyways.
Yeah! Now you get it. Turn on the sirens.
If we cause property damage and car damage on another car, is it still gonna be considered our fault?
I'm gonna say yes.
But how can you link the car to us? After all, in the cutscene, we always exit from our own car.
I think this is true. I think Biggs just rats on us.
You know what would also be hilarious if they told you like, oh yes, only police vehicles are insured, otherwise it counts against your bill. And you're like, what?
What? You're like, oh no.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh, this is a fancy looking building. Look at all the black marble on the stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you can spend more on your own building if you build the houses for cheap.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see Leland Monroe.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe. Send them through.
Thank you.
And that's our cue. Thanks, ma'am.
You're not welcome, detective.
May I help you, gentlemen?
We would like to speak to Mr. Monroe.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Cut to the chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You have every right to.
This is getting us nowhere.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen. Come into my office. You like a cigar?
Office? That's the launch.
Sure, I'll have a scotch.
Biggs.
I'm guessing this is how it's supposed to look afterwards?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're
That's what
investigating
they
a
tend to
series
do
of
then.
domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
It's terrible, boys. How can I help?
I recognize that
Yeah,
face.
I also
Yes,
recognize this actor. I don't know from what.
Oh, he's
I'm
in a
pretty
lot of
sure-
stuff. I just
Yeah.
don't know his name. I'm gonna look that up.
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
John
That's your
Noble.
explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Denethor in The Lord of the Rings.
Ah, that's
Why,
it.
what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybills.
A little bit of a forced smile there, I believe.
Yeah. So I use an
But-
intuition point?
Yeah, sure.
That helped very little.
It's funny because Denethor died setting himself on fire.
Oh, that is funny.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm unsure I'm gonna press X to doubt.
Yeah.
We found a family burnt out in their home. Another house burned to the ground. Another Elysian Fields flyer. Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Point is, every time we find a family barbecued, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
This is shaky.
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
Okay. Seems suspicious. Well, I think...
You're on the fucking cover of it.
Yeah, okay.
Level with me, Mr. Monroe. You know all about the vacation offers.
You can believe whatever you like, son. You're missing the vital ingredient called proof.
Shove the flyer under his nose.
Yeah, that he's on the flyers is kind of a...
Mr. Monroe, do you recognize this face?
Mr. Monroe. You know about the prizes, and you're aware that they get given to holdouts.
My face is the brand. It's on all our advertising. Did you know that the mayor and the chief of police are part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund? You want to accuse them of murder as well?
Yes.
Now that you say that, we could.
You've made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been recorded.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them. Business finds a way. That's the American way.
Okay. I've now grown accustomed to his not truthful face. I don't think we have strong evidence, so I'm just gonna doubt him.
Come on, Mr. Monroe. You expect me to believe that you would build a new development with one of those old piles smack bang in the center of it?
Progress is an inexorable process, detective. Those who choose to stand in defiance are usually confined to the wastebasket of history. To answer your question, yes, we would build around them if we had to. Most people see sense.
Alright.
What's Elysian Fields' involvement in Rancho Escondido?
One of our latest housing developments. It was due to open on the weekend, or was before the unfortunate conflagration.
It met with building code regulations.
Absolutely. Only the best for our returning heroes.
So,
Only the best? Showing the
Something
brakes.
out of kilter about that development.
Son, I've had enough of you and your fidgety friend. There's no way in hell you can prove that my materials were inferior.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So how about that poor cement quality?
I'm no expert, but I think we'll find that the bricks being used on those houses are undersized and the mortar is faulty.
And there's no wall ties connecting the masonry to the frame.
Every building is built to a budget, boys. Those buildings were inspected and fully insured by California Fire and Life.
Do I hear
Investment
insurance
of
fraud?
that magnitude demands it. Do you think that they'd vouch for the buildings without examining them? The arsonists. Do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think so. The contractors I use for waybills. Do you suppose it could be any of them? I have a list of their names if it'd be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD. My secretary will provide you with that list.
I'm
Did you
especially
know that
happy
I'm
to
on the
help
board
you.
of the police pension fund?
Not his pension.
Glad to be of help, officers.
You're absolutely not glad to be of help.
I'm especially glad to help you show you the way out.
What's the story? Any of these names ring a bell?
Chapman. Chapman. That's the arsonist that we.
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
Find the phone. We need to know where we're at with Chapman.
Lady, we're using your phone.
He doesn't have a. How can you not have a phone?
Hey, Mr. Monroe, we're using your phone.
I'm not
Oh
gonna
yeah,
let you
Mr.
waste
Monroe.
any more of our time.
Aww.
Please leave.
He closed the door.
Can I? But it's golden, which is a foolish decision because. Oh. The game broke its own rule.
Mr. Monroe wants to be alone now. He needs to reflect on what the policeman said.
If you were twice as smart, you'd still
But
be
there is a
sleeping.
phone to the right of you.
Boss is a fine
All
man.
our jobs will be done by robots.
Okay, that's random to say.
You gave me some Mulholland, and we did some necking.
Just pick up the phone to tell the
That's
lady
exactly
nothing.
what we're gonna do.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you check whether we are still holding a Herbert Chapman?
Let me find out for you. He was released this morning, Detective. I'm sorry, Detective.
It's not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thanks, ma'am.
So, what is the abbreviation of KGPL?
I don't know.
A beautiful face delivers love for me in it. Give me your heart, and baby, I'll bill it. 'Cause I always kill the things I love.
Oh, there's asshole again.
Buy me a drink, Cole?
No.
No. Not even for old time's sake? Not even for that?
Especially not.
You're not gonna ask me why I'm here? I wouldn't give you the pleasure. We'll get around to it. She's in fine voice this evening. I wonder how the commander would feel
Save
about...
the threats for someone who cares about them, Roy.
You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel about you. Stay away from Elysian Fields.
Keep
I
investigating
should have known that
Elysian
you were
Field.
playing errand boy. You and your doofus partner. You have been warned.
Thanks for your cooperation, officer.
I love you.
Stay away. You have no idea the type of people that are involved in that company.
I have a pretty good idea, Roy. The same kind of people that sent you here.
Your investigation is finished. Homicide will be taking over from here. I've heard we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle. Thanks for the drink, Cole.
You're a dick, Roy.
You get the message about Monroe?
Yeah, Earl delivered it.
Oh, we moved in with her because we didn't have another place.
Looks like it.
Sorry about that, Herschel. I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Save it, Phelps. Monroe's an asswipe. And so was Earl. And so was McKelty when it's all said and done.
Okay, this
Lucky
one.
Lucky
I
she
don't
took
feel
him
like
in.
he's too bad a guy, honestly.
Go ahead.
Nope.
He's been sticking it up for you a lot. He just prefers to not have a partner.
Roger that, KGPL. 11K en route.
Let's go pick him up.
Okay.
You fought at Sugarloaf, didn't you?
I did. But I don't like to talk about it.
You come across a guy called Jack Kelso out that way?
Yeah.
You know Jack Kelso?
He's an insurance investigator over at California Fire and Life. Our paths cross from time to time. For some reason, seeing you makes me think of him.
Has, Jack spoken to you about his experiences on Sugarloaf? Or the rest of the campaign?
Jack keeps stum just like you do. I know what it feels like to get back from conflict. You gotta respect that.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like Biggs at least is like
A decent
not
human
in
being.
with them. Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, he's a bit of a grump with some things.
Him and Bukowski. I think
Yeah.
I made a mistake. I think I should turn.
I like him better
Look,
than Bukowski.
I think you shouldn't judge him too hard. I mean, I also say mean
Bukowski
things
was
to
quite
you, and you
nice.
still hang out with me.
Who was the other one that was so misogynistic? What was his name again?
Something with G.
Finbar.
Oh yeah, Finbar. Yeah. Bukowski was quite nice, I think, and then would be this guy.
Bukowski just did not leave an impression with me. Maybe because the others were also bad.
I didn't like Finbar's misogyny, but at some point I at least felt like he was turning around to being serious about the job, at least.
Yeah.
At some point,
Rusty.
you know.
Rusty was his nickname.
Yeah, it
He
just
would get...
took a few more dead bodies, but at some point.
Somebody did.
Yeah.
Still not my favorite guy, but better than that asswipe Roy.
Yes. I think we are all in agreement.
Roy can just drop dead and I would not mind, you know? Don't condone murder, but he's one of those people, if you read his obituary in the newspaper, you don't mind.
Everything is fine.
It's like, you know, when at the funeral they list off the good things, and then the pastor just goes there and says like,
And
yep.
now the bad things.
No, the pastor says like, yep, it's Roy. Sorry,
We
I
all
got
knew him.
Put him in.
There were good things about him. And now we're moving on to Benny. He had a nice car, like 50 for 50
He had a nice car, that's
There
the
are
nice
some
thing.
good things about this man. Had a nice car. His favorite color was red. It's a nice color.
No, instead of saying something nonsensical, I'd find it much funnier if you just said so like, yeah, I got nothing.
We're looking for Herbert Chapman.
I'm looking for him too. I need him to move his car so I can mow the lawn.
He's definitely not here.
I've been banging on his door off and on for a couple of hours. Yeah, he's out somewhere. There's some kind
Let's
of problem.
take a look at the car.
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
Let's see what he's hauling
Ooh.
around.
Ooh. Pliers?
Definitely gives him opportunity.
No cranes, though.
The Muzzkill. And the Benningtons.
Exactly, the must kill.
Motive, opportunity, and hard evidence.
Well, hard evidence.
Exactly. The mosquito coils, they
50
break
cal.
quite easily. They're not
Of
that hard.
0.45?
We should revise the APB. He's clearly armed.
50 pieces of .45.
Holy cool. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit. He's seen us.
Cops. Again.
That's wrong.
Uh-oh. He's on the tram.
Son of a bitch. He must have caught the trolley. We gotta move fast, Cole. I'll call this in. Get some cars dispatched.
Well, I mean, where's
Car
the
11
trolley
Gilcon,
gonna escape
KGPL.
to? They're kind of stuck on
11K
rails.
requesting
So.
assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110
Oh,
University
move,
streetcar.
move, move.
Currently heading east on Melrose
Holy
Avenue.
shit.
Advise all units. Suspect
It's just
is
gonna-
in control of car and driving
Oh!
dangerously.
What am I supposed to do about this? Ugh.
Just follow the thing. I think maybe
Stay on his
it's
ass,
gonna
Cole. Don't
derail
lose
in video sequence.
Is it like, what is your escape plan here? You're just gonna ram shit while you continue on the track?
I think he's not the smartest.
Oh, I don't know what physics did there, but was stuff.
You know, that's when Newton briefly looked the other way, and then the game was like, "Oh, he's not watching."
See if he can damage one of the wheels. Might act like a brake and slow the thing down.
Alright.
Yeah. Pull up beside it.
Hold him tight, Cole. As soon as he ditches the tram, we'll be there to grab him.
This
Put
is
Cole
a
aside,
terrible
Blake's
idea.
gone. Give
This
me
is a
Cole.
terrible idea.
Holy fuck, we derailed
Also-
it.
You little prick. Come on, Cole.
Get out, get out, get out! Tackle him! Oh.
Oh no, it's not.
Shoot, shoot, shoot!
Are you surrendering? I think he surrendered.
Looks like we have our man, Cole. Well done.
I'm not so sure. Chapman seemed to have his own agenda. There seems to be more to this than a personal vendetta.
What are you talking about?
The fires benefit Elysian in some way. I don't see Chapman and Monroe working together.
You have a point. The evidence is good for Chapman. Hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big 45.
So, what
Nice work,
exactly
gentlemen.
made the popping
Put yourself
sound
at
and
considerable risk stopping
emitted
that trolley.
air
Probably
from
saved a lot
the
of
metal
lives.
wheels of the tram?
Anyone else but you, Phelps, and you'd be up for a bravery award. We've had our eyes on that slippery son of a bitch Chapman for as long as I can remember. I couldn't be happier than to wipe him off the scoreboard. I hope this puts to bed that crazy stuff you had going about Leland Monroe. What were you thinking, Phelps? We'll be calling Richard Nixon a crook next.
Oh, that aged well, yeah.
What is it?
A letter from Lou. His insurance policy named me beneficiary.
California Fire and Life. You worked for Elysian?
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
It's a very generous settlement. Elsa, I'd like you to do something for me. I think there's something dirty about Elysian Fields.
What has that got to do with Lou?
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso and ask him to make some inquiries about Lou's case.
Isn't this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help, this Kelso?
Jack won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He is a friend of yours?
He hates my guts. Elsa, you could take this money and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe me, Elsa, I'd like to level with him. I really would, but it's too late. Years too late.
It's never too late.
The plot thickens.
That was a quick one. I guess there was nothing to be done there. Yeah,
House of
Chic.
I feel like at this pace, next stream might be the last one already, or at least with an arson. I don't know if anything else comes after, but I don't think so, probably.
That's what the sign on the door says, miss.
Oh, we're Kelso now. Elsa Lichtmann.
Dear Miss Lichtman, pertaining to the matter of policy number 119011659 and the sudden death of Mr. Louis Jan Buchwalter, I am writing to inform you that you have been named the sole beneficiary of Mr. Buchwalter's estate. Please find attached a settlement check for $20,000. The maximum
That's a
payable
shit
amount
ton.
in accordance with Clause 4A of the Life Care, Disability and Accidental Death Policy which Mr. Buchwalter held. If you wish to dispute this settlement, you may contact our Accounts Management Office by return mail or by phone during office hours. With condolences, California Fire and Life Insurance.
So, for some reference, the houses,
If you accept the settlement, all you need to do is sign here.
the houses that the Monroe person was selling on the board, they went from 9 to 11K roughly. And those were big houses.
Well, but yeah. Life insurance
What do you mean you
policies.
don't accept? I think you're pushing your luck, lady. This seems to be a ridiculously generous settlement. A $200 policy with a $20,000 payout? You should...
I don't want the money.
What do you mean you don't want the money?
I want you to investigate this case. I feel my friend may have been the victim of foul play.
Okay. Let me get the case file.
Elysian Field Development, Normandy Avenues. Sure. Okay. I have Normandy Avenue Subdivision, Elysian Field Development.
What's the last line here?
Insurance against loss or damage not exceeding 900. And this house was 35. Okay. Insurance policy number 1190-1659. While in the employ of Elysian Fields Development, Louis Jan Buchwalter was killed with the roof of the property on which he was working collapsed. On Tuesday, 28th of January at approximately 8:30 in the morning, Mr. Buchwalter was ascending the roof structure of a property at the Normandy Avenue development when a fault in the ridge beam caused it to sag. Witnesses report that Mr. Buchwalter slipped and attempted to right himself by holding onto a ceiling rafter, but the rafter broke. Mr. Buchwalter fell approximately 23 feet to the ground. His falling weight caused several ceiling joists to snap, and these fell inwards along with part of a prefabricated roof
Roughly
truss.
7 meters.
Oh, thank you. That's quite a fall. An autopsy later revealed that Mr. Buchwalter's cranium was shattered, probably when he struck his head on one of the roof beams. He sustained significant internal injuries as a result of the falling timber and died of internal hemorrhage approximately 10 minutes after the initial roof collapse. Independent testing of the ridge beam and the roof truss.
Sounds like your friend took a hell of a fall. I'm sorry for your loss.
Has determined that faults in the timber were undetectable prior to installation. Witnesses report that Mr. Buchwalter was following all safety procedures. It is the opinion of this investigator that the death of Louis Jan Buchwalter constitutes a genuine and unavoidable industrial accident, and no fault can be ascribed to Elysian Fields development. Insurance benefits associated with this policy should be paid in full to the designated beneficiary. But like everything he touched broke.
There's got to be more in these files.
And you got to tap some things in the file.
Tap. No.
Tap
The seal. Tap the seal of approval.
Oh, yeah.
Do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Of course not.
Okay.
You look as if you might have something on your mind, Mr. Kelso.
Okay, question 1. Are you in a relationship with someone I absolutely hate?
What basis do you have for your claim of foul play?
Lou Buckwalter was a craftsman. I don't believe he would have made a roof that would collapse.
Truth, okay.
Truth?
I'd say truth.
The slow blink has me doubting.
I'll use one of our points. Okay, it's not a lie. That helps very little. Okay.
The problem is that we're biased because we've seen the earlier scene.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna press doubt.
You want me to reopen this case based on your woman's intuition? That isn't going to happen. Take the money.
I've already told you I do not want the money. There's something wrong with that house.
Alright.
You and Buckwalter weren't married?
No.
Then how did you become his beneficiary?
We were family friends.
Really? Yeah.
Alright, this is suspicious as fuck.
You expect me to reopen this case because you come in here walking that walk? Well, I'm not buying it. I think you should tell me what the hell is going on.
You really want to know?
Yes.
We were interned together on Ellis Island. Resident alien Germans whose parents had been killed by Nazis. Do you see the irony in that, Mr. Kelso? We spent 4 years there.
So the roof collapsed, accidents happen. What exactly are you trying to achieve here, Miss Lichtman?
Exactly what I said. I want that building thoroughly investigated.
This seems to be the truth.
Yeah. He is different now. Okay.
Confident, yes.
I'm intrigued, Miss Lichtman. I really am. But you're going to have to give me something if you want me to get involved in this.
There is a conspiracy surrounding Elysian Fields and the new houses they are building. I believe your insurance company is involved.
That's pretty heady stuff, Miss Lichtman. Flimsy, but heady.
I've told you what I know, Mr. Kelso. What are you going to do about it?
All right, Miss Lichtman. One final question.
Yes.
What's your address?
Is that usual?
Is there anything usual about this case, Miss Lichtman?
The address is on the letter, Mr. Kelso.
The address, but not the phone number.
Mr. Benson would like to see you in his office, Jack. Upstairs. Come on, we'll walk you up.
we got a
Admittedly,
different
there's
music.
something interesting sound.
Yeah.
The boss wants to know what that woman wanted.
Quick, hide all the shady stuff.
I'll be in touch.
Kidding? I could save all year and never afford that.
Okay.
We've already seen that one. And we've already seen this one, right?
Yeah, we've gone through this one with the client. Steven, come on! Hold a little.
Bruh.
You coming?
Ugh, open floor plan.
We
So they
again with the
can,
black marble.
Work on you better.
But I'm not with him for the conversation. Let me guess. You're lost in my eyes.
And every one of these people has a phone as well.
And the boss is playing golf. Of course.
He's hard at work, can't you see?
You wanted to see me?
Ah, yes, Jack. I'm just trying out a new putter. I noticed Elsa
Very.
Lichtman in the lobby.
It's the weirdest thing, Mr. Benson.
Call me Curtis, Jack. This is California.
Like I said, Curtis, this is a very strange case.
How so, Jack?
That lady, Elsa Lichtman, is refusing a 20 grand payout.
Elsa Lichtman is hardly a lady, Jack. She's a jazz musician. Plays at the Blue Room in Hollywood. She has a fine pair of lungs, now that I think
She's
of
the
it.
beneficiary of this guy, Lou Buckwalter. He was killed in an industrial accident working for Elysian Fields Developments. You know Elysian?
I'm familiar with Leland Monroe. We move in similar circles.
Well, Miss Lichtman is making some pretty serious accusations. She says the case stinks and that
She's a
something
very
happened.
highly strung girl, Jack. Strung out might be a better way to put it.
It's a pretty generous payment, Curtis. I think I should look into it.
Is there anything wrong with the paperwork, Kelso?
No, there isn't, Mr. Benson.
I didn't think so. Pay the case out and get her off our backs.
I can't make her take the money,
Deal
sir.
with it, Jack. Do your fucking job. Do I have to do everything?
No, sir, you don't.
Fine, Jack. Fine. You know I have the greatest confidence in you.
Thanks, Mr. Benson.
Alright, I think Kelso's getting convinced that something's going on around here.
No, why would you say so?
Your car, Mr. Kelso.
Abbreviation so long.
Thanks.
Hey, we're continuing as Kelso then, yeah.
I do like this car.
It's a nice
Got a
color.
Nice shape. I was. Oh, color? Fine. I was just thinking it has a nice shape. Do we agree on something? How rare is that?
No,
Look,
you were talking about the shape and I the color.
I can sound the horn instead of activating sirens.
Do you think that's necessary? Apparently you do.
To sound the horn?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, was that not yours?
I don't think so. This is mine.
Okay. It was not you then.
Out of the way, people. I'm an insurance investigator.
Sure, your car,
Right.
and your car,
Right.
and your car. Causes a crash? Are you insured? No? Shame, you should have been.
You just crash full speed into someone, and then the next thing is when you enter the car is you say, "Oh, don't worry, I'm insured."
I'm insured.
Okay. And I know for a fact you are too.
Mine is better.
Absolutely.
Oh, we've been here before.
Portland cement, base building sand, course.
That's not how my pop taught me to mix it. Someone is cutting corners.
Thank you, because I would not know that. Frank Oosterhan. Order of demolition.
Bulldozing and starting again.
Demolished and all building materials are removed from this stuff. Okay. Was that the same address? Wait a second, let's see. Associated with incident on
Normandy Avenue.
Yeah.
Normandy Avenue subdivision.
Yeah.
Leland Monroe, the man with the grin. Looks like he doesn't like to be disappointed.
Delays will not be tolerated.
Imagine sending someone just that one sentence. That feels like a threat.
Alright. Now we're sure something's going on.
Hey! You just can't be walking around down here.
I'm Jack Kelso from California Fire and Life.
I don't care if you're from the Vatican. Buzz off.
I'm investigating the accidental death of a Lou Buckwalter and...
You deaf? Do I have to beat on you?
Looks like you do.
What the hell?
You're a real asshole. You know
What's
that?
going on? Gun punch. Go. Oh, he's dodging. Okay. Dodge. Punch. Punch.
I came to see the house where Lou Buckwalter died. You were just about to offer to show me the way.
Got the gate 3 houses down on the left. Don't know what you're looking for, smart guy. There's nothing there.
Then I'll poke around in the rubble.
Fine. As long as you're out of my sight.
Oh yeah, but first I have to get the hat.
Take the hat. Take the hat.
Yeah. Alright, I've learned that this is America, so we're taking the car 3 houses down.
Good, good.
Ooh. Hey, I know this song. I don't want to set your world on fire.
Oh, we're also doing themed songs that belong to the investigative desks. It took me 4 desks to figure it out.
Really now? It's been done before.
Yeah, I noticed the murder ones, but I thought that was just
What gives here?
doesn't regular part of the game, and not like this belongs to this right now.
It's a red flag. Careful.
It says not for construction use. Suspicious. Wait, how do I have to? Come on, come on. Come on. How do I? Gotta give up. The game wins. Okay, let's try again.
Stare at it harder.
That's it. There's nothing to it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
This seems very weird. Okay, I'll look around.
Just move on from it. This guy's just not into talking out loud like Phelps is.
Yeah, but sometimes I have to move a thing so that I can like get the clue. But it's very finicky.
The other way there, and investigation over. He's in the hospital.
Okay, there's another one over there.
Why are there things marked with red flags?
It's just the outline of the thing.
Found you handsome. At least found you handy. The main reason Santa's so jolly.
Let's try to piece this together. That's not right.
The other one.
5 years from now, all our jobs will be done by robots.
Keystone Films.
I swear,
Keystone Films. Who gets their lumber from a film studio?
Right.
No way, right?
Shit. Run! Run, Kelso, run!
I think you're supposed to shoot him.
I'm running.
No, he's a civilian now. Oh, doesn't matter, it's the USA.
Okay, he's shielding.
Maybe from this angle up high.
Let me make some space.
Ooh. Shoot him! Shoot him! Just do it!
What?
Just shoot him!
He's surrendering.
No, he's not. He's just having
It says
pain in his neck.
It said aid his escape though. I wouldn't.
But just boom.
Steph, I'm not gonna shoot it. We're being the good guys.
Okay, well, run away then. Let the maniac who tried to kill you get away.
Wait, do we also work with the Oracle?
You might be calling someone else.
The heck?
Yeah, because this is a murder song. This is not an arse song.
That price is outrageous.
Jack Kelso, California Fire and Life investigator. I need an address on the Keystone Film Company.
The address is 658 North Wilton Place. Is there anything else?
No, thank you, ma'am.
Did we ever say thank you as Phelps?
Yeah.
Occasionally. You
I
can
think
now
so.
go.
I can go. Hit the reverse. Oh.
You had to wait. You know, stand in front of the
Damn it,
thing.
I have to go the other
Now
way.
you have to. You know, this was back in the time that they still had to teach people that red means stop and green means go. So they had the boards as well.
Ooh. He stopped. I was about to do a very cool skit around the corner.
You know, in
but then-
Austria we still do that. We have walking and stopping men's stick figures on the traffic lights.
Really now?
Mm.
I have not. Oh. First thing I'm thinking is over here they would dismantle those. But that might just be a local thing.
Why do you have so many riots, Steph?
No, just a lot of vandalists, teenagers.
Well, I'm not saying we don't have any. But perhaps I pay less attention than you, so I don't know if there is stuff happening.
I know for sure. I mean, I come outside.
There's an argument to be made for that.
The Keystone Film Company.
I
You've
do
been here before.
occasionally-
Hi, Mac. I work for California Fire and Life. I'm looking into an industrial accident.
Here?
No, not here. At a housing development over on Normandy Avenue.
So?
I found some lumber over there, had the Keystone name printed on it.
We've been closed since 41. Never quite made the transition to talkies. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund are pulling the place down.
Know anything about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nix.
Mind if I take a look around?
I'm kinda hungry. If someone was to leave a couple of bucks here, I might wander down the street and get a cup of coffee.
Is there a key to the gate?
No. The only guys who go in or out are some delivery guys from Elysian Fields. They're working on a housing development over at Wilton and Santa Monica. You'll have to hop it.
Hop the fence. Or we just use the gun and shoot the lock. But I'm unsure if that actually works or only in the movies and video games.
Also, that's a bad idea because
caliber
that leaves
guns
evidence.
at strong chains will just ricochet off.
And also, it leaves evidence. Say, Steph, did we end up watching 1 or 2 episodes?
We watched one episode.
Okay.
Building materials.
So there's still one left.
Thank you, my basic calculus of 2 minus 1 still works.
Okay. You were yawning very, very deeply, so I figured I'd do the math for you.
I am tired, no joke there.
This looks like it is the timber, you know?
Nah.
But I can't interact with anything here. Okay, let's go into the screening room, I guess.
Yeah, let's go into the screaming room.
Ooh, a projector camera.
Steven, you're supposed to do things here, not just watch.
Oh look, it's the
It's clear now. Now try the other button to get it to normal speed.
One more.
No. You might have to rewind a bit. He's speeding up again. Farther to the left. Further.
This is as far as it goes.
I think this is the normal speed.
In a great day for the future of Los Angeles, civic leaders and businessmen joined forces to launch the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund pledges to speed up housing development for returning GIs.
Gentlemen, this is Dr. Harlan Fontaine. He's our latest investor in the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. Doctor, this is Curtis Benson. He's Vice President of the California Fire and Life.
Pleased to meet you, Doctor.
Ray Gordon, editor of the Times.
Doctor.
District Attorney Donald Sandler and Police Chief Warren.
Gentlemen, I am delighted to be in such exalted company. You're making quite a name for yourself, Doctor, amongst the thespian fraternity. I find that those of artistic temperament are often of a fragile mental disposition. It's a short step from miscreant to recidivism, Doctor.
Very true. But I think we could all agree that the City of Angels does rather well basking in the reflection of the motion picture industry. Hear, hear. And it's something that every sucker getting off a train at Union Station wants a part of. Gentlemen, we're here to sell the American dream, and Hollywood is our greatest advertiser.
So, how is your new development selling, Leland?
Cannot throw them up fast enough, Ray.
And that's part of the problem, Leland. Washington is receiving steady complaints. There's a clamor for public
God damn it, Ray. Public housing is tantamount to communism. Now that's why we fought this goddamn war. I'm telling you, it's Reds by the back door.
You can't have it both ways, Leland. The new freeways are being built to service all your developments out in the boondocks. They're all being built with government money. The GI Bill is government money.
There's a difference.
What difference?
The GI money ends up in my pocket.
I hope you mean our pockets, Leland. We're all investors.
Of course, Curtis. So, when will the freeway bond be passed on?
It still has to be ratified. It takes a long time to raise $3 billion.
I need to find a game well or a telephone.
So, why is there a record of this?
I don't know.
Unless they all think that it is, unless they all think that it is without issue to talk about this.
Gentlemen, this is Dr. Harlan Fontaine. He's our latest investor in the
I'm
Suburban
snooping.
Redevelopment Fund. Doctor, this is Curtis Benson. He's
I can try to see if I can turn it off.
Fire and Life.
Pleased to meet you,
I don't know. First we will probably leave him.
Doctor, District Attorney Donald Sandler and Police Chief Warren.
Gentlemen, I am delighted to be in such exalted company. You're making quite a name for
Might
yourself,
have been filmed without their
I
knowing.
find that those of artistic temperament
Or they...
of a fragile mental.
I don't know.
filmed the
For that,
first one?
for that, the focus of the people changes too often. I feel.
Yeah.
Maybe it's so.
Let's use his telephone.
Maybe it is so
Operator,
that
I'll
no
be
one
glad
can
if you put
betray
me
each
through to
other.
Police dispatch.
Mm-hmm.
Putting you through now.
This is Jack Kelso, investigator for California Fire and Life. Can you put me through to Curtis Benson, please?
Just a moment, please, Mr. Kelso.
Jack, how can I help?
Do you know anything about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund, Mr. Benson?
I've heard of them, Jack. Building new homes for GIs.
With green lumber that was used on movie sets.
Jack, are you working the Buckwalter case?
Mr. Benson, are you part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Jack, I want you to listen very clearly. Call Miss Lickman. Call her as soon as you hang up. Arrange to see her tonight, get her to agree to the settlement. Do it tonight, do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
End of story, Jack. I don't want to hear another word about Elsa Lickman or Lou Buckwalter.
Can you put me through to Michigan 221?
Putting the call through.
Hello?
Ms. Lichtman, it's Jack Kelso.
Yes, Mr. Kelso.
I've been looking into your case.
Yes, and what have you found?
It doesn't look good. I need to see you.
Meet me at the Blue Room. I work there tonight. I take a break around 9. I'll be waiting at the stage door. We can talk then. Auf Wiedersehen, Mr. Kelso.
Thanks for your help.
And don't suppose I'll make a plea, 'cause baby, you know I'm guilty.
Hey.
Oh, that's a cool move. Oh, that's a cool move. I like it. Really love what he did with the camera there. Please don't get into a fist fight. Please don't get into a fist fight.
What were you doing with him?
I was doing what you asked.
I didn't ask you to meet him in an alleyway.
Why do you snarl at me? Your friend came to ask me to accept the insurance.
He's not my friend, Elsa.
I think he's a brave man, and you have placed him in great danger. You've involved him in something, and he has no idea of the risk. Can you live with that, Cole?
Elsa, I need his help, and he hates my guts.
Forget the past, Cole. He deserves a chance to say no. If he helps you, let it be on his terms.
I'll go see him in the morning.
Root beers all around, doll.
Let's hope we live until morning.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. I was like, Ooh, we can still return to the studios? Uh-oh.
Go to field side 2. Reminder, it is midnight.
Yes. This might be actually a good point to stop, actually.
I'm very curious how it goes on, but...
And
feel
this is
like
kinda
we're
cool.
getting close to, you know, the ending here, so...
Yeah. I think, right, that the conspiracy of the Elysian slash suburban the redevelopment plan is that they needed someone to set fires, and they basically found through Dr. Fontaine they found a useful idiot who would do that. So they like
They found someone with arsonist tendencies and used this
Yeah.
person.
yeah, and they like made him
And
set
I
fires.
think exactly, and because what we've seen through the cutscenes, it is probably that he said no one is going to be home, and therefore it is safe for you to torch the place, and you will not be hurting someone. It is part of your therapy.
Mm. Oh, and at more or less at the start of the game, one time he torched the home and there was someone, and he was like, there was not supposed to be anyone in there.
Exactly.
And now he's got the scent. He's like, oh, there's people in there. So maybe he got out of control. But this is all just me saying stuff. Alright.
It's a workable hypothesis.
Exactly. We'll leave the stream here. Next time.
So in contrast to my other two friends, I knew where this was going. I had read that the last part is switching between the investigators.
Alright.
No more detail though.
Swapping to Kelso. Alright, that's it for us. We'll continue this on next week with either the ultimate or penultimate episode. I don't know how much there is still in this game. But we'll figure it out.
Bye bye.
Ciao ciao.
Good night.